What is the funnel method? The funnel method is a detangling technique that combines finger detangling and 4 different comb sizes that reduce the amount of hair that is left in a comb, and it gives a thorough detangle. Part 1 of the video for the funnel method can be found here, and this is where I show you where I finger detangle or how I finger detangle. So now let's take a look at the second part of the funnel method, which uses combs. And I want to show you the type of combs that I use as well as the order in which I use them. So let's remember that the goal of the funnel method is to minimize the amount of hair that is left in a comb after you detangle. So at this point in the video, my hair has been finger detangled with water and conditioner that has BTMS in it, which is a conditioning emulsifier. Working my way down the funnel, I use a wide tooth comb to further remove any tangles that were missed while finger detangling. Using a wide tooth comb after finger detangling gives a gradual descent down the funnel to a more detailed level of detangling. And this is the result of the amount of hair that's left in a comb after finger detangling with conditioner and a wide tooth comb.
It was massive. It was a wad of hair. It was a lot. It was too much. But that was one of the reasons that prepped me to take some time and learn about my hair. And I did it over a course of 15 weeks. And so right now I'm using a standard comb. And it's just a regular comb. And it's actually nothing special about these particular combs that I'm using. They came from Sally's or Walmart. And right now I'm just going through the tips, making sure that I take care of my tips and starting, if there's a snag, just stopping and working it and, working it through with the comb. And if I can use my fingers, then I will. So I'm just combing it through, and see, had I had clean parts, I wouldn't be pulling hair from different sections, which I will, is going to be a problem later. And so just combing it through, that's the hair that's, come from whether it's breakage or. And so now I'm going to use the rat tail comb or the small tooth comb. And because I've already detangled and the small tooth comb is not the first comb, I start at the roots. And I make sure that I can detangle my roots. Because for my hair, my ends can tangle, but my roots can tangle as well. And I really want to make sure that I get through to my roots because I don't want my hair to mat. Because my texture of hair, if my hair starts to mat, it would lock. And look at that. That's no hair at all from combing through that section. That's the main reason why I love the funnel method, because it works. For me, it completely works. And so I'm just going to go ahead and twist this section up because that's basically it. And I just do that per section. And I do it while my hair is saturated with some type of detangling conditioner or deep conditioner. And in this case, I'm using Natural Grow. And I always, when I'm twisting my hair, I always keep a comb handy. And if it starts feeling kind of rough and not smooth, I'll stop and comb it through and make it smooth before I keep going. I don't braid over rough patches in my hair or twist over rough patches. Okay, so now I'm starting over again. This is the top section. And I'm just using that wide tooth comb and I'm combing it through, making sure again that I can just work it through just from root to tip. That is my goal, is to work it from root to tip. And if I had any tangles, I'll start at the tips. I would not dare just take a comb and, midway and just start combing. No way, no ma'am, no sir, no how. I wouldn't do that. I always start at the tips if I had tangles, but because I've been working through my hair, I felt confident starting where I did. And if I ran into tangles, then I'll just start at the tips. And so now I'm using the standard comb. And again, I'm focusing on my roots. I need to make sure that my roots to the tip is combed through. And see that piece right there? it was out of place because I didn't have clean lines. So I'm just combing it through and just working it. Okay, and that part is pretty much done. Now it's time for, see that hair? I shouldn't do that. I'm adding hair that was loose into a section that I've already detangled with my fingers, wide tooth comb, a standard comb, and now I'm putting a rat tail comb or a small tooth comb, and I'm gonna run into problems. See right there, problems, because that part has not been detangled. And I added it in because my lines were not clean. Oh my gosh, I just really wish I would have stopped and made clean lines so that I wouldn't have that problem. But learn from my mistakes. Learn from what I'm doing. And so right now I'm just really just combing it through, trying to make sure that that added hair that I put in gets detangled, just as detangled as the rest of the hair that I was working with. And so I could tell. And so I'm just, just working it through. And if I need to stop and repart, that's what I'm doing right now. And I'll just handle that section by itself. And that's no problem because I'm not in any rush. Anytime that I need to detangle my hair, I make time and I make sure that I'm not, pressed, hurried, or rushed because I can't rush through my hair. And if I am rushed or hurried, then I just won't detangle. And that's fine. It's really okay. And I only detangle my hair when I have time because I don't want to break through, just rake through my hair. I don't want to do that. I really want to, take time and be gentle with it. So this part looks like it's coming along and the comb is going through from root to tip. And I really don't like working with really big sections that are bigger than more teeth space of the comb. So I like for the comb to be able to glide over all of it, over all of my hair. And if it can't, then look at that, little to no hair. That is why I love the funnel method for detangling. That is the absolute reason why. Oh, man, that little piece. It is a mess. Man, I really should have I should have stopped. Gracious, but if you've come this far, we're 20 minutes in. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I look forward to your feedback, your comments, and or your questions, and be sure to subscribe. But yeah, so it's gonna take, just taking my time and being gentle and making sure that it's all detangled at the end of the day without losing massive amounts of hair. That is always my goal, not to lose massive amounts. And to be gentle with my ends because that is the oldest part. And I have to treat it really nice if I want it to stick around, which is really one of the main reasons why I even do protein treatments. So look at there. That is the whole section that I was working with. And don't mind the faces that I make. I'm just a face making type of chick. So I make faces. And plus, I don't want the product of my hair to snap back in my face either. But yeah, that face right there, it's just a face. So as long as I'm able to comb through, then, that is perfect. That is exactly what needs to happen. The whole section, I'm able to comb through all of that. And so that's really great. And so I'm doing that with a standard comb. And so now I'm finna to try it with with the wide tooth comb, that whole section, the entire section, the fourth. And it's working. It's going great. starting at the roots and working my way all the way down. And it's doing exactly what it, what I want. That's what I expect. And that's it. Oh, I love my shrinkage. It's wonderful. I know some people get upset with their shrinkage, but I don't mind. I embrace it. I use it to my advantage. So now that that section is completely detangled, I'm going to go ahead and twist it up. And just working the twist all the way down. Because that section is done. I have no need to come back to that section. And I'm just going to wrap it around in like a little Cinnabon. And I'm going to use a claw to clip it and hold it in place. Yep, just like that. And so now I'm going to start on the back half of that side. And, instead of taking you all the way through that again, I've shared my method with you. And so it's doable. As you can see, it is so doable. And, just to recap it, we water detangle, we finger detangle. We used a deep conditioner with a detangling ingredient in it like BTMS 25, BTMS 50. We also used a wide tooth comb, and we also used a standard comb and a small tooth comb. And I just used my fingers, the wide tooth comb, the standard comb, and the rat tail comb. And in that order until my hair was thoroughly detangled. And that is what I call the funnel method. All right, stay tuned. More.